What does the New Economy Forum here taking place represent to you?
I think it's a great initiative and at the right time. I've always engaged with the World Economic Forum and Davos, so to speak. I think time has come to look at a new format with limited, highly focused people who mean to contribute in serious issues, debating the serious issues, coming out with solutions, not just simply a big crowd.
Yes, we have this new economy being discussed, but there are these storm clouds, and we're talking about trade disputes and trade wars at the moment. How is that playing into people's thinking?
I think this is certainly a very critical time and a very interesting time. Everybody knows that it'll have to settle down, just like Dr. Henry Kissinger mentioned just a few minutes ago. I think both the countries, China and America, will have to understand each other. It is not the same China of 50 years ago. Today's...
I ask this question also because you're somebody who operates in 120 countries. Now, trade must be fundamental to what you do.
Of course. We operate in 30 countries through our 120-odd different companies, building hotels and food and
even then,
banking
30
and
countries,
institutions. Yeah. So, of course, trade is very important. I don't say that all these countries where we trade are impacted by what is happening between the United States and China, but there is an overall, I think, cloud of uncertainty. That's something which needs to be dealt with. We are extremely happy that, there are, with problems coming into some parts of the world, new opportunities and new countries emerge.
Absolutely.
So I think the South Asia is doing extremely well. ASEAN is doing exceedingly well. We continue to open our hotels. We continue to expand our food business. I think there are new players in the market in Eurasia. Middle East is in trouble, but there are a number of other economies which are going to open up thanks to the new trade regime, thanks to the technology.
What is exciting you most at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I think it's the technology. It's the restructuring of the whole economies of the world. I think all businesses will have to learn to reshape their destinies. I mean, you can't... and I think most importantly, I think the time has gone when there were monopolies of bigger economies and the bigger countries in terms of being positioned as the innovators or those who would drive the future. I think it can be anywhere, in Nepal, in Jakarta, or in...
What we're seeing, though, is the rise of China, of course, and financing coming from China. And there's a feeling also that people are becoming debt-dependent on China. Do you have that fear, too?
Yes, I think the Belt and Road Initiative certainly is going to help the countries which are going to be connected, but same times there is a huge danger that smaller countries which require resources do not land up committing themselves into resources which they cannot, kind of a debt commitment which they cannot handle and manage. I think one has to be conscious. You want to grow, but you want to grow in a sustainable manner.
Are you worried about yourselves becoming victims of debt diplomacy, as some people call it?
I think I think some of us in the politics of Nepal, are excited and being a bit too aggressive, but there is also a counterbalance to it. We would like the government and the related agencies to be more prudent in their thinking, and I think there is also...
because Nepal is,
we're very close to China and India both.
Exactly, you're between and betwixt. You have borders with both.
Yeah.
And do you feel that the rivalry... does the rivalry play out there in Nepal?
I mean, let's put it this way, that there is certainly a change in the attitude of both Indians and Chinese. They both want to do more for Nepal. They both want to prove that, yes, there has been a feeling of too little, too late. So I think they're both trying to win back Nepal, as it's a very strategic location, which works for Nepal, actually.